Hey guys, it's me, Zach again. I said I'd make a couple videos a week. I made one last week while I was sitting there in the shipper. That took me 14 hours to get unloaded. That was not a good day. I've been trying to catch up ever since. I am now sitting here in New Hampshire. I just got loaded. I've got a load of cupcakes on. They gave me a free tray of cupcakes. That was awesome of them. That was nice. Um, Today I wanted to talk to you guys about Swift. I touched base on them a little bit the other day when I made a video. Told you that I drive for them and everything else. I want to actually touch base, or I actually want to tell you guys about Swift. When I started, I contacted my recruiter before I turned 21. We started to get the ball rolling, but we couldn't do too horribly much until I did turn 21. As soon as I turned 21, I called her back, had my permits, had my med card, and everything else. She sent me from Iowa, northeast corner of Iowa, to Salt Lake City, Utah. There is a terminal up in Minneapolis, Minnesota. There is also a training terminal in, I want to say, Gary, Indiana has a training terminal, but don't quote me on that one. But I do know that there was one closer, but they sent me to Salt Lake City. Training. You're gonna get there. I got there at 3 o'clock in the morning and had to be at my first day of training at 7, or I was up at 6. Get there at 7 for that day. You will do 2 days at Swift Driving Academy inside their classroom. Kind of going over logbooks, going over the Swift policies, like that. After that, you will go out to the backing range. You will spend about a week on the backing. You will do, as of when this video is being made, you will do a straight line, a offset, and a parallel parking. And I have videos of those that I will upload later on, and then in one of my later videos I'll also put the links to those videos. Me doing that stuff. You will do those 3 backs as of today. Now, later on this year, DOT is going to change the rules, change the policies, and everything else to the DMV decide what backs you do. It could be a straight line, it could be a 90 degree, it could be a 45, it could be a serpentine, it could be just a million different things. And they'll teach you how to do it also. But you're going to be on the backing range for about a week. Once you get done with the backing range, you're going to go with a driver and go on the road. You'll do that for about a week also. Your first day is going to be learning how to shift up and shift down. That's kind of important in these trucks. If you don't know how to drive a manual, then you're going to have that restriction on your license, and it's going to make it really, really hard. I have a 10-speed. I love my 10-speed. Swift will not get this truck back. I will buy this truck off of them if I have to. They won't get it back. Once that's done, then you're going to test out. You will test out with Swift, not the DMV, but there will be a DMV certified person there. I'm going to tell you right now, they drive for Swift. They work for Swift. One way or another, they have something to do with Swift. Your mentor, or not your mentor, we'll get to that in a minute. Your recruiter is going to tell you to bring about $300 with you for meals, things like that. $300 is a good start. Because there's a shuttle service that'll take you to Walmart, things like that. I brought 1,000. I didn't spend the whole 1,000. Now I did get some things that was not meal related, things like that. I think I spent almost $100 on a girl I was trying to see, which I don't think it's working out with. I know it's not working out with. I haven't talked to her for a week. But I brought 1,000. It makes it a little bit nicer that way because you're going to make friends. I still talk to every person I was in my class with. A couple of them have pissed me off because they did Swift dirty, but I still talk to every one of them. You're going to want to celebrate. And that's just what it's going to come down to. You're going to have bad days. You're going to have days where you're going to say, you know what, screw this. I want to go out and get a good dinner. I don't want to eat in the hotel room. I'm pissed. I'm mad. Whatever it may be. You're going to have days like that. At least I know I did. And that's why I brought the amount that I brought with me. But it also gives you a chance to hold some of that money for when you get paid. Swift's policy is when you go out with your mentor, you will be behind the wheel for 200 hours. Not 199, 200. And then you can test. You'll do a written test, and then you'll do an actual driving test, making sure that you can actually do what you need to do. And with the test, here's what I want to tell you. I don't know if I'm supposed to. I don't know if I'm allowed to. I may get in trouble for this. Yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. The rule is supposed to be, if your mentor has an automatic, you will be put into an automatic. My mentor had an automatic. I have a 10-speed. Automatic. 10-speed. I requested it. They gave it to me. It could have been numerous reasons that they gave it to me. They knew that I knew what I was doing. Something. I also scored the best score my instructor has ever given. So that could have had something to do with it. But yeah. But if you want a manual, request it. If you want an automatic, request it. It depends on also where the terminal is that you're upgrading at. When you go out with your mentor, though, you are going to get paid on 2 pay scales. It'll all come on the same check, but it's 2 different pay scales. On duty not driving is your state's minimum wage. State of Iowa is $7.25. On duty not driving was $7.25 an hour. On duty driving is paid $9 an hour, or your state's minimum wage, whichever is higher. Not your town's minimum wage. So if you live in a town that has one of these stupid fucking $15 an hour minimum wages, you're not going to get $15 an hour. I think those towns are in states where their minimum wage is almost $10 an hour. That's what you'll get. Then you'll get $10 an hour on duty not driving. My paychecks were averaging about $300 bring home every week. I claimed all zeros. It's going to be hard to get along with your mentor. It was for me, at least. It could have been the fact that there was over 40 years age difference between me and my mentor. It could have been a lot of different things. It could have been the fact that I really didn't want the mentor that I got, because I was hoping I would get put with a different one who I had met, talked to, goofed around with for 2 days, waiting for my mentor to show up. But I'm not going to go bashing him or anything. He taught me how to do a lot. He taught me how to do a lot of stuff. And he was actually a good mentor, and I found out how good of a mentor he was. He trained the guy who passed me on my test. And that's just a long story. Swift is a good company to run for, though. Their schooling is really good. Yes, there's a lot of people. Swift has a lot of incidences. Everybody makes fun of Swift. We have 18,000 trucks on the road. The next biggest company has 9. We are the largest carrier in the continental United States. We have twice the show time. Guess what that means? We have twice the time to fuck up. Yes, I cuss a lot. Get over it. They're not a bad company to run for. They'll give you your miles. My dispatcher, I love the guy. He's an amazing guy. He works hard to get me miles. He works hard to help me out. When I had that incident the other day, stuck at the receiver for 14 hours. It has put me behind schedule ever since. He's worked with me the whole time because he knew what was going on. He used to drive truck. He understands how it goes. Swift pays on a weekly basis, every Tuesday. Make sure you get your paperwork put in. Let me see here. I will show you real quick what the paperwork's going to look like. That's what your paperwork is going to look like. You're going to have your tractor number, your trip number, your driver code, and your trailer number. I probably shouldn't have showed you that. I don't know. But that's what the paperwork's going to look like. As soon as your load is done, turn in your paperwork. Turn in all your receipts. I learned the hard way. They got me for $87. I had to buy oil for the truck, use my Comdata card. Thought I turned in the receipt. Guess I didn't, because somebody else took the load. I put the receipt on their portion of it. They didn't. Yeah, just a big old headache. But, so, just make sure you turn in your receipts. Swift's not a bad company. They've got good insurance. They've got good benefits. It's big. You're going to call in, and the first thing they're going to ask you, what's your truck number? What's your driver code number? That's the first thing they're going to ask you. That's the first thing you've got to give them. And then they'll pull up your profile, and you can go from there. And that's one of the reasons I like my dispatcher. I call, he calls me by my name. It could have it to do with the little incident that we had, but again, that's a different story for a different day. Swift's not a bad company. They're really not. They will treat you right if you treat them right. But the thing is, they are not afraid to let you go. You prove to be a problem child, they will let you go. I thought they were going to let me go one day when I caused $5,000 worth of damage to somebody's grass. I didn't realize I was driving on their grass. I was fully loaded. I did a little bit of damage. At least I was told it was $5,000. I don't know if that's actually how much it was, but just stay safe. Keep your eyes open. Keep your ears open. Pay attention to what you're doing. If you want a halfway decent company to start driving for that'll give you your CDL, I recommend Swift. I'm going to be honest. Am I going to stay with Swift? Probably not more than a couple of years. But they're good now. They start changing a couple policies, maybe putting an inverter and an APU unit on these trucks, I might change my mind. I might stay with them. But for now. And also, because a lot of drivers ask this question, a lot of people have asked me this question because a lot of people can't find the answer to it. And your recruiter won't tell you. You will be paid 36 cents a mile to drive this truck as soon as you're out of schooling. Every 3 months you will have an evaluation. For your first year, you will get a half-a-cent raise at each evaluation. Unless you live in the Midwest. Then it's 38 cents a mile. And then you get your half-cent a mile every 3 months. I make 38. Pissed every person in my class off. But that's all I've got really for you guys today. Like I've said before, if you have any questions, shoot me a message. I'm always available. Have a good day. Bye. God bless you.